So this video is going to go over the practitioner profile. So we can go to practitioners and then open up a practitioner profile. And the first one is going to be just some high level information about the practitioner. And you can update this information if you want. Like you can add a phone number and submit it. And we're going to skip settings. We're going to go to addresses. You can see all the addresses on file. And you can add a new address by filling out the fields. So each practitioner can have multiple addresses. And you can see all the patients associated with this practitioner. And you can see the practitioner's order history. And if you want, you can reorder a formula or a product from that order. And you can also email the info sheet to the patient or the practitioner. And you can also download, view, or email the invoice for the order. You can control the automatic discounts for the practitioner. And you can also control all the settings for the practitioner. So you can upload a logo for the practitioner. You can change how their name is going to appear on the labels and the info sheets. So here we have label settings. And then we also have info sheet information. You can pick and choose different labels that will work for this practitioner. So there's only one label here, but in your dispensary settings, you can set up multiple labels. So an example would be maybe you have a label in more than one language. So you could select a different label for this practitioner, and that's the label that would be generated when they submit a custom formula. And we have all the different herb types here. So there'll be different labels for each herb type. And the same thing applies to the info sheets. So you can pick, if there was more than one info sheet, you could pick a different info sheet for this practitioner. You can control the practitioner's refill settings. So right now this practitioner has refill set to off, but we could turn that on. And we could set default refill settings for the practitioner as well. So if we were to set default refill settings, then every time they build a formula, then the number of refills would be set to say 10 and 30 days between refills, and it expires after 60 days. So now when we create a granule formula for this practitioner, that's what would be saved. And we can see the practitioner's formula settings. So the practitioner can also control that in the practitioner account, but you can control that here. Especially if you're a solo practitioner, then you can control that. So basically, this is controlling which columns of information show when you build a formula. So we have granule, tincture, raw, and concentrate. And so right now, when we build a granule formula, we're going to see Pinyin and Latin columns that will be active. There's some default checkout settings. So when we check out, we can have a default to the patient's going to pay or the practitioner is going to pay. And the same thing with the shipping, whether it's going to be defaulted to the patient, the practitioner, or to pickup. And these settings can be changed per order, but this is what's going to be selected automatically. The practitioner can apply a default markup. So every formula that or product that gets added to the cart will have a default markup. So for instance, it could be $10. And if we had some credit card set up, then we could save a credit card for a practitioner and see all the saved credit cards for that practitioner. This is the practitioner profile. You can basically control everything about the practitioner in this area and add addresses, apply discounts, see their order history, see their patients, and update their settings.